All right, happy Thursday night, everybody. Welcome to the daily broadcast brought to you by Arctic Air. That's right, in the Arctic Air studios. And today you needed some of that Arctic Air. If you didn't have it, you know what you need to do. Call the Bear, go to their website, and check it out. Maybe your air conditioner is okay right now, but you're worried. Do I need to get it looked at? Who would look at it and say, you know, honestly, honestly, you need to do this or not? The Bear, Arctic Air. Also tonight brought to you by the Shropshire Agency here in Lubbock. Yeah, that's right. They're independent, just like West Texans. They're independent, just like you. They are independent, waiting on you and ready to help you with your family business, with your professional, whatever insurance needs. And they do a lot of great things for churches around here. So we thank them for being out there. The Calhoun, Linda Calhoun, real estate agency in Red River is ready to go to work for you. If you're looking for a mountain property, if you're looking for something really cool, a getaway place, I know not everybody is. And Linda Calhoun understands that, but she can walk you through the process if you are looking at getting up in northern New Mexico. And today seems like a really good idea. Call Calhoun, Linda Calhoun, Calhoun Real Estate. United Supermarkets taking care of all the communications. James already getting in on Facebook. Chris already getting in on YouTube. We need our Twitter people next. We got a lot of people Twitter. Need our Twitter people next to jump in. And all you got to do is say, hey, the audio is good, the video is good. And then share it with your friends and say, let's talk a little West Texas, Texas Tech and beyond. Shall we do it? I think we can. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. You start your day every day with us there at TheRaiderland.com. I had to head out early today. I didn't have a chance to post our either-or question. Forgive me. But we're going to make it up for you tonight with a cool show, and we're going to create the ultimate presidential debate drinking game, Biden versus Trump. The phrase that pays, the phrases that will get you killed tonight. If you were creating a drinking game tonight, what are the words? What are the phrases that you would just, if you had to do Jello shots or Fireball or Jack Fire or Jack Daniels, Stoli, whatever, what would be the phrases if we were creating a drinking game tonight that would be hard to live through the first 5, 10, 15 minutes? I've got mine, you give yours. Also, we have Texas Tech and Adidas. They've walked down the aisle. They're hitched up. It becomes official July 1st. Are you guys excited about that or not? There's a ton of Twitter, social media, everything else about this. I care about uniforms because I truly do. I think uniforms matter. I think uniforms connect us. They give us history. They give us a thread, stay with me there, through the years that bonds Texas Tech graduates and students and fans over the decades. Uniform to me means uniform. There's like a uniformity to it, not randomness. Uniform over here, randomness over here. With Under Armour and other things, we've had randomness for many years. What we need, I think, is uniform. So we go there. Jan says it's good. That's good. Audio, good and hot. We like good and hot. Good Lord, we like good and hot. Yeah, we do. YouTube is on, says Chris. Chris off of Twitter saying illegal. Okay. If you had to do a shot every time the word illegal was used tonight, starting at 8 o'clock Central, I believe 8 o'clock Central, maybe 7, I don't know. It could be dicey. The fake Natalie Maines, who may or may not be the real Natalie Maines, whom I know, who I would not be surprised if she ever dropped in on this show. Truly. The new conference basketball schedule is abysmal. It's bad enough we don't play the SIPs or OU, and now no home and home with Baylor, no home and home with Kansas, and no game at Hilton. The football schedule is disappointing too. We at least need better non-conference games. All right, so, wasn't going to talk about that tonight. They released it today. Really don't care. You go to the game because your team is playing. You don't go to the game because of who they're playing. Now, fake Natalie Mays, maybe you go to the game based on who is coming in, not based on who is playing. Tech fans need to embrace the reality and the mindset that Tech's playing, I go to the game, not Tech's playing blank, I go to the game. That's on you. That, yeah, Kansas not coming here this year. I think Kansas and Kansas State were the two big ones in basketball that I saw. Football, don't really care. You only get like 6 or 7 football games a year. Go. But you people that sit there and whine and gripe about who's coming in, you miss the point. It's not who's coming in that makes you a great athletic department or fan base. It's that your team, the team that I assume fake Natalie Mays likes, which would be Texas Tech, is playing. Go to the game because they're playing. Don't worry about who they're playing. Go because they're playing. There really aren't that many of them. Said this for many years, and it falls on deaf ears sometimes, but I mean, fake Natalie Mays just walked right into it. Wham, bam, right there. Oh my gosh, we're not playing so-and-so. We're not playing. Who cares? Go to the game. If you don't want to go to the game, don't go to the game. But don't blame it on who they're playing. Blame it on the fact that you don't want to go to the game because you don't want to watch Tech play. Or I only want to watch Tech play certain teams. And that tells me, by virtue of that you care more about certain teams than you care about Tech. That's harsh. That's ugly. That's the reality. Fake Natalie Mays walked right into machine gun fire. He got hung up on barbed wire. It's 1917. It's the Ardennes, and he is thrashing around on, I mean, just brutal barbed wire, and I can't help him out. And the cadaver dogs are going to go out and then try to save his spleen, and we'll mail it back home to his mother. James is excited for Adidas. All day I dream about sex. Adidas. Quality of apparel will go up. I agree. I liked what I've seen in the last year or so. I really like what they did with Kansas last year, football. Can football guy handle the brand change? I don't. Football guy didn't handle much. He truly doesn't. No, I, for one, am excited about the move to Adidas. I like what they have done, what I've seen. But the bottom line is Texas Tech, Kirby Hocutt, I'm looking at you, Kirby. You dictate to the apparel maker what you want, not them saying, we want to do this and that, and we'll create this, and we'll give you this, and you tell them no. We have a home uniform and a road uniform in football, and they look like this. We have a double T. It looks like this. That's what you make. But we want to sell. No, that's what you make. If you don't like it, fine. We'll find somebody else who will. We'll find somebody else who will. Tessa, who I may or may not know, anything is better than Under Armour. I agree. Most of it, the clown show from Under Armour over the last 17 years. But it still comes back to Tech telling the apparel provider what to make and what to do. Now, here's the deal. Most coaches, they don't care. They either defer to the players and say, well, whatever makes them happy, I just want to get recruits. And if they want to look like clowns, I don't care. They really don't. So then it comes to people like me telling Kirby Hocutt, we care. The people who write the checks, the people who are 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, I bought it, drove up to the dealership, a little cheaper that way. Those are the ones who paid the freight. Those are the ones who do care. So if the coaches don't care and it's all about recruiting, and I don't think the recruits care because they really just want to go somewhere that's good, that they think can get them now NIL, first and foremost, NIL, and then get me to the NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. They really don't care about that either. They'll wear what they're told to wear. So it comes back to pleasing the fan base, who you're going to need more and more in the coming years because you got a $22 million haircut coming up, Kirby, every year that you got to find some money. You know what I'm talking about. Chris, I'm indifferent on the logo change. I'm still going to wear my Under Armour apparel. Chris, you wear what you want to wear. Feel good, feel kinky, feel sexy, feel safe. You wear what you want to wear. If it's an Under Armour on it, Nike, Kepka. No, what was it? Kappa? I don't even really know how to say it. Back in the 80s. New Balance. You wear what you want to wear, Chris. James, Adidas has been seen a lot at the Olympic trials. Tech chose the right brand. Yeah. I mean, it is internationally dwarfing, obviously, Under Armour, and then Nike has its share and everything else. But track and field, Adidas is still the dominant track and field. Hey. So we go back to the drinking game for tonight's debate between President Biden and President Trump. What are the words? Who remembers Big Time? Who can forget Big Time Apparel? 2001. Golly. Had the man doing the thing, and it was weird. Phrases, words. Give me the drinking game words that will kill people tonight. What are they for the debate? Let's have some fun with this. I'll give you one right now. Democracy. Not to plagiarize the Washington Post. Democracy dies in darkness. No, democracy could kill you tonight with the first 15 minutes on the number of, if you have to do a shot or a drink every time they say democracy. And, the United States is a representative republic based on a constitutional republic foundation. But nevertheless, if democracy is the drinking game tonight, you could be dead in 15 minutes. Randy, the Aggie gray baseball uniforms look good. They have a different proprietary shade of gray than Nike and Under Armour. Also, Adidas is a huge international brand. Messi is probably the biggest athlete on the planet, and he's an Adidas guy. Patrick Mahomes is the biggest guy on the planet that matters, and he lives in the United States. He's a tech guy. Messi don't really give a shit. Oh, and then there's Ludwig Aubert, Adidas guy, bigger than Messi in America in Texas Tech when it comes to golf. So Messi, leave your Messi out of here. Nobody gives a damn. And it won't sell a thing for Tech. But Aubert and Mahomes will. Great. Messi. Give me that. Suckers and losers. I don't appreciate that. Carl, can't wait to watch this tonight. Holy crap. Carl's Jig Jag's here. What's for supper, man? What are you making? We're doing frozen pizzas. Like, really, seriously. We're doing pizza and beer, and we're watching the deal tonight. The legendary Carl Jig Jag Johnson jumping in. But we'll be watching it. Debate words. Felon, convicted, convict, Russia. Wings are good. So I can't remember how you like to do your wings. Do you do them naked and then sauce them afterwards, or do you sauce them and then it doesn't really matter? Wings are wings. Wings are great. Wings are good. Okay, debate words, felon. Okay, yeah, felon's going to be good. Felon could get you, but I don't think they're going to go there early. I think they're going to save that. I think Dana Bash and the other dude are going to save that and try to go there later. You can't, because listen, CNN needs ratings. They can't just go right in and go, hey, you're a freaking convicted felon. What do you think about your opponent's son who's a convicted felon and Russia? You can't do that. You got to ease in. Yeah, plain. That's what I thought. Plain. And I can get behind that big time when we're talking about wings and just do, fry them up, do them, and then do like a sauce bar, like a salsa bar, but a sauce bar, like 6 or 7 different things. And then people that are over, you can get your own thing, you can do whatever you want to, ain't nothing wrong with that. James, elected for the drinking. No, I don't think elected's going to be there. I think laptop from hell will not be mentioned by anybody but Trump. Now he may go there, and it'll be interesting if he does, because he's going to have to educate the CNN audience on the laptop from hell. And now it's been verified in court, in federal court, that it did exist, and everything they said in 2019, was true. I don't know. That would be a one-off. I really think, we're looking at democracy. Felon is another one. Russia. We've got a lot of different things going on tonight. And you know what's going to happen tonight? Nothing. Not a thing's going to happen tonight. I'm going to watch because I like watching train wrecks. It's going to be a train wreck at a certain point. I think for the longest time tonight, both parties will be on their best behavior. Yeah, Ukraine, but not again. That's going to be a single question. Then they're going to move on because they can't stay with it too long. I'm talking about the moderators. There's no there in this debate that's going to really continue on. But at the end of the night, nothing's going to change. I can't imagine any undecided voter watching this tonight and at the end of it going, well, that changed my mind. That most people going in, and this is usually typical of debate, but this is such a unique debate situation coming up in June, on June 27th, before we even get to the primaries, before we get, well, we've had some primaries, before we get to the conventions. This is really fascinating that it's occurring, and it's occurring because the Democrat Party wanted it, because the Biden campaign, ostensibly the Biden campaign, which I don't believe is now the Democratic Party, wanted it. I do subscribe to the idea that there are those on the Democrat side that if Biden just crashes and burns, that they might look at trying to change candidate, but I don't see how you do it now and win. I don't see how they do it. I don't see how they make that move. If there was going to be a move, it was going to be this week when they hid Biden from everybody for a week. Can you imagine that the president of the United States had to go dark for a week to get ready to talk to Donald Trump? No? Come on, man. That's scary. That had it been Tuesday or Wednesday and they had come out and said, the president has an illness, the president has suffered a fall, something has happened, and we can't have this debate now, then I would subscribe to the idea they were going to make a move, that they wouldn't let him go out there and they were going to make a move. They can't do it now. I really think at the end of the night, nothing much will change, barring some unbelievable, crazy, and it would be on the Biden side, not Trump. Trump's going to be Trump. Trump's going to do his deal. The left will say what they want to say about him. The right will say what they want to say about him. But barring literally the president of the United States tonight falling down, locking down in an inability to speak to the point that somebody has to come out there, nothing's going to change fundamentally in this race. That's my opinion. Economy could be a word. Economy. Yeah, it could be. Will be. Chris, Coach Hyatt, will Biden poop himself or space out during the debate? I think Biden will probably have one or two moments where he will have a really long, uncomfortable pause. It will be exacerbated by the fact that the Biden campaign demanded no audience and no noise or anything. And when you don't have an audience, when you don't have any noise, and you're talking, and all of a sudden you're just in a blank TV studio, 2 seconds or 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, or 30 seconds. Trump will fill the time. Trump will fill that. But every time Biden pauses, and they've killed Trump's mic, there's nothing there. Every time Biden pauses and looks down and tries to gather, it's going to feel like an eternity. I don't think they factored that in tonight properly from the Biden campaign on not having anybody in the room. I would have had an audience. I would have had any sort of noise, anything that would have filled up the gap in between question, answer. That was 5 seconds. Feels like forever. The Trump campaign, I think, just they were like, yeah, throw me in the briar patch. That's fine. We'll do this. Trump can fill a room. Trump can fill up that empty space more so than anybody. And he's going to be a problem. Let's see. The drinking game words. What do you got tonight? That could potentially kill you. Felon could be convicted felon. Could be one of those. I really think it's going to be democracy. I mean, if you're Biden, you got 3 things going in: January 6th, convicted felon; January 6th, overturned Roe. That you put these justices on the court and they overturned Roe versus Wade, and then Trump can come back and say, "Hey, well, they just released an opinion today that I don't agree with. That really wasn't that good from a conservative side. So, what are we doing?" You know. I do think that's the game plan for Trump is going to be Jan 6, democracy, Roe versus Wade. If Trump is disciplined, he can refute any of those easily by saying, sir, we're here today because you are the president of the United States. If I had not wanted you to be, if we had tried to stop that, you might not be here. But we didn't, did we? You're here. We're talking about 2024, Mr. President, and let's debate about that. Now, that's easier said than done, but that's easy. That's an easy way to do it. So we can talk about, my desire utilizing constitutional apparatus that you had to clean up in the Congress because it was so murky that when I was looking at utilizing those mechanisms of the Constitution, that your Congress, Democrat-controlled House of Representatives, came back and clarified and issued new rulings on it. Okay, we can do that. Let's move on, Mr. President. Let's move on to 2024. Well, let's talk about Roe v. Wade. We took away nobody's right. We remanded it to the states. We gave each state, which you say democracy really matters, and we love democracy, so we give every state the ability. Every person now in any state who lives in a state who can actually freaking vote can weigh in on it versus 9 Supreme Court justices, which was a poorly adjudicated case when Roe v. Wade came down, but that's beside the point. But all we did was create more democracy. You say you love democracy. We gave you democracy. Do you not like democracy, Mr. Biden? Because we gave it to you on that. Well, then there's the border. You're going to kill people. Trying to save people, Mr. President. Like we did when I was in office. And then everything we did that was saving people, from keeping them from getting on the murder trains, from keeping them from going on a horrific journey, you reversed. And then just weeks ago, you thought my ideas were so good, you embraced them. For 4 years. If Trump is disciplined tonight, he'll be boring. And that's exactly what he needs to be. You know why? Because he's in the lead. He's winning. When you're winning, you're playing on house money, and all you have to do is stiff arm the competition. Trump doesn't have to go after Joe Biden. Joe Biden has to go after Trump. Biden has to be the aggressor. He's behind. He's trailing. Now, I don't know if he completely understands that. I don't know if he completely understands anything. That's beside the point. Whatever he's been told, he'll recite, he'll do. But if you're Donald Trump tonight, be self-effacing. Be nice until it's time not to be nice. Roadhouse rules apply tonight, Donald. Be nice until it's time to not be nice. But I don't know much. I don't pay attention to much. But I am going to watch this tonight. We'll be talking about it probably tomorrow. We'll be with you tomorrow. No, that's on Sunday. 5 things we know on a Sunday. Tomorrow is, of course, the most Texan thing you have done. And I hope you guys enjoy that. I hope you guys will comment on that on the website. The most Texan thing you have done this week. Hey, me, I helped a Vietnam War veteran move his wife's stuff from one Alzheimer caregiving facility to another today. He's 91 years old. He's a badass. It's pretty cool. I was glad to get help do that. You know, the replay watchers, they rock. We love the replay people. The replay people are amazing. So replay people, get in after it, everything else. There may be an early go to commercial moment. I don't think CNN will do that because if they do that, it's going to be seen as bailing out Trump, and they really can't do that tonight. Pardon me, Biden. And I would caution all the Trump people out there. Biden tonight, I really don't think he's going to have a moment that'll be more than a pause. I think he's going to be, a little cocaine and Adderall, get you through the night. Texas country song, if you know what I'm talking about. He'll get through it. They'll get him through it. I really believe that. I really believe it. I think at the end of the night, Trump people will be frustrated that Biden didn't give you what you wanted him to give you. Now, if he does, the United States is in big trouble, and you need to pray for the country if that happens. So I'm actually hoping that Biden gets through this tonight and looks like a moderately healthy individual who can still be the president of the United States for a few more months. Because if he can't, with the amendment, I don't know, Friday night, and then there's comma. See you tomorrow. Most Texan thing you've done. Enjoyed the hell out of the show tonight. You guys are the best. We'll see you there. The Raider Land.